Here are the finalists in the men's floor competition, with Kazakhstan's Milad Karimi the top performer in the preliminary round. He has twice finished 5th at the Olympic Games on this apparatus, and he won a bronze medal at the World Championships a few years ago. Second best in qualification, Igor Sharamkov, who will go 4th in the order. But Karimi had close to half a mark of grace over the rest of the pack. Wonderful gymnast Jessie Moore competed at the Olympic Games in Paris. First gymnast from South Australia to qualify for the Olympic Games, and he was very good at the World Championships in Jakarta recently. Took place at the end of last year. He was 11th in the all-around competition, the best Australian man that the sport's ever seen in that final, the all-around. That's Igor Sharamkov, and that is the top qualifier, Milad Karimi. So we're using, as is customary, the split warm-up system, and for those of you who are new to watching the World Cup series in artistic gymnastics, all that means is that we have the first 4 gymnasts will warm up, then compete, and then there'll be another spell of warm-up time for the remaining 4 gymnasts. Just make sure that they have contact time with the apparatus shortly before they are due to compete. Certainly Milad Karimi, from an execution point of view, really stood out in his qualification display. He was right up there with the very finest, and he also had pretty high difficulty too. Time to begin the men's floor competition. We start with Muhammadjon Yakubov. 6th best in qualification, 13.7 was his score. We'll be watching to see how he is in terms of staying in bounds, because he did pick up 2 penalty tenths in the preliminary round. That was very nice. Got wrapped around into the tuck position well, coming out of decent twisting with heels well together. Close there to transgressing. Quite a nice smooth move into the corner. That was well held. He's got a nice sense of clarity to his twist positions, particularly the leg form. A little jackknifed as he came down to ground there at the end, but that certainly will be stronger in terms of the removal of the penalties. There is the 1/10 bonus available for the gymnasts in men's competition should they land without moving the feet on the final tumbling pass, the stick bonus as it's known. So we have a look back at this display from Muhammadjon Yakubov. .3 was the execution score in qualification. First time he's competed in a World Cup competition. Probably best known to most as a vaulter, but it's quite quite often the case that one gets a good floor vault combination gymnast. .033. No great surprise, that's up quite a bit from qualification. A third of a mark stronger than the preliminary stage. That could really have him in medal contention, actually, as the 6th best qualifier. Now, Milad Karimi of Kazakhstan, top qualifier, 14.433. Lovely execution, as is often the way with him. Didn't make any finals in Cottbus in the first World Cup of the season, was getting warmed up. Lovely as he comes out of the twisting into the front pike position, almost over-rotated. He generated so much power. Hopped back as he was close to going out of bounds, tucked. Lovely, the way he twists just seems to hang in the air. Elegant move out of the diagonal armed handstand. It's had a slightly jarred landing, a little bent at the midsection. Nice toe point in his Y scale. Very streamlined looking gymnast. Now, certainly won't pick up the extra 10th that he did in qualification. Kazakhstan's Milad Karimi won 7 World Cup gold medals last season. Fantastic tally. Let's have a look back at his display. That 2.5 twisting to front double pike opening pass. That's when he had to hop back just a fraction. There's a triple full side pass as well. All of that contributing to a 5.7 difficulty in the qualification round. In the double twisting, double tuck, the concluding pass. 14.3. So a very decent score for Milad Karimi. Karimi just a little down from qualifying. Now, Jesse Moore, another great architect of stylish-looking gymnastics, clean work. The young man from Ashford in South Australia, who was so strong at the World Championships last year, 11th in the all-around competition. He's fast as well. What a crackerjack of an opening tumbling pass. Unfortunately, well offline and heavily out of bounds. Beautiful, elegant flares, very nice. For the most part, the landings have been really rather steady. It's such a shame that he will have those penalty tenths to contend with. Australia's Jesse Moore has been the Oceania all-around champion. Eye for detail. I think that's the safety pin that was attaching the number to his back that came off. Lovely piking action. It's beautiful the way he rotates, like a diver. Trying to keep the heels together, the toes well pointed. Here he's hugely out of bounds. He actually does extremely well not to have that as a full mark deduction by going into a seated position. Very powerful flares. 13.733. It would have been an improvement from qualification had it not been for those 3 penalty tenths for going out of bounds. That's really unfortunate. Igor Sharamkov. Lovely start, very steady feet. Second best in qualification. He's been a European Championship medalist on this apparatus. He gets amplitude. Did have maybe a little untidiness in the feet there as he was in the twist position. Had the highest difficulty score of any of the qualifiers, 5.8, 10th stronger than Karimi. That will do pretty well, Igor Sharamkov. He's the reigning 2-time consecutive floor champion in this particular World Cup. There's a lot of complicated tumbling. This is a gymnast who, for his second pass, has a double twisting, double layout. Landings on the whole were quite steady looking. Just a matter of a few days ago, celebrated his 27th birthday. And he celebrated going into the lead. No surprise, 14.533. The execution, half a mark stronger than qualification. So that takes us to the halfway stage of this men's floor final. We've got Sharamkov leading, Karimi second. Yakubov is third. Now, coming up, we have Tang Jiahong of Chinese Taipei, 8th best in qualification. We've got Aril Benovic of Croatia, the European Championship silver medalist 6 years ago. There is Aril Benovic. We've got the great young sensation of the Philippines, Eldrew Yulo. And there is Minami Kazuki of Japan, the great twisting specialist. Eighth best, 5th best, 4th best and 7th best in qualification. But there is certainly room for somebody to make a move. And in terms of difficulty, one might look to Minami Kazuki, the 7th best qualifier, as a likely person to go up the standings. And he hasn't actually won a World Cup medal since 2023. Yes, the Philippines' Eldrew Yulo. Senior international debut for him. Had that very proud moment at the end of last season when he competed at his home Junior World Championships just outside of Manila. Second half of the men's floor final about to take place. Tang Jiahong of Chinese Taipei. 13.633 in qualification. He turns 30 later this year. An Olympic medalist on the horizontal bar. The reigning Asian champion on that piece as well. And regrettably, full mark deducted on that first tumbling pass, coming out under-rotated from the pike position. And probably with the sort of difficulty that would require an extremely clean display. He had the highest execution of any qualifier because the difficulty was a fraction lower than the others. Obviously carrying a little discomfort around the left ankle. And unfortunately for Tang Jiahong, not the smoothest of displays. His focus will very much be on the rest of the competition. He'll be aiming for success in the horizontal bar event. We mostly associate him with his work on the horizontal bar, but it's always worth remembering with Tang Jiahong that he actually was the 7th best performer in the all-around competition at the Olympic Games in Tokyo, the best result at the time for Chinese Taipei in all-around competition at the Olympic Games. He was the top qualifier for tomorrow's horizontal bar final. There was some very nice work in there. The triple twist was very stylish. This will be way down, unfortunately, from the 13.633 that he got in qualification. And indeed it is 12.266. Now here's somebody who is always a contender when it comes to World Cup floor competitions. Arel Benovic of Croatia did so well to get to the Olympic Games where he was 5th on vault. Didn't he get lovely height at the start? Got a collection of 10 World Cup medals. Oh, beautiful wrap into the tuck position. Absolutely got the knees up into the chest. Leg form not as good there, but his landing position was just so. A very slight flicker in the handstand, but it's not a great deal. Just a bit of a lack of crispness to some of the twisting. Well, that will be interesting. Lots of great gymnastics there from Arel Benovic. Goodness, he's had an absolute roller coaster in terms of his competitions over the last few years. Bad injuries, really bad injuries, and did incredibly to make the games. The pressure that he had put himself under to do it. Added to that, he had immense trauma in his personal life as well. His mother died after a very long illness. He was an incredible support to her. .13.7 in qualification. The leader at the moment, Igor Sharemkov, 14.533. He certainly looked pretty pleased with that display, Benovic, at the conclusion. His score is 14.1. Execution is up by 3/10, and he also has lost the 0.1 penalty, so that makes a 4/10 gain. Now to Eldrew Yulo of the Philippines, fourth best in qualifying. Welcome to the senior stage. Welcome to the senior stage. What a lovely start. He's a super young gymnast, this lad. An elegant gymnast as well. Did have to reset there, but snaps the heels together at the apex of the handstand. Side pass has some purposeful twisting. Bit of separation of the heels, but the landing position was great. Little glance across as he goes into his final tumbling pass. Very nice double layout with minimal backwards adjustment to conclude. We have the Yulo brothers on the senior international circuit now. Eldrew Yulo from Leveriza in Manila. And he won a bronze medal on this apparatus at his home Junior World Championships at the end of last year. Beautiful the way he almost just soaks up the power as he lands. Sense of absorption. That could have been really problematic. Had a couple of resets going into the handstand. Did well to see it through. Eldrew Yulo. Very good young vaulter as well. Dab hand at the horizontal bar. Lots to be excited about. And the difficulty will grow. 5.3 in qualification. Better to keep that contained for now and then just gradually put a few extra tenths in. But there's been so much excitement around his arrival as a senior. Sharemkov leads, then Karimi, then Benovic. 14.1 plus to get onto the podium. Yulo was 13.8 in qualification. The execution is going to be very important because the difficulty will be a little lower, we imagine, than the current three who are on the podium provisionally. Well, he's in 6th place, 13.7, so didn't quite accomplish all of the difficulty as he did in qualification. Now, Minami Kazuki, the last to go, 7th best in qualifying, but with the potential to challenge. He's been a silver medalist at World Championship level on floor. And he has also been a team world champion. Oh, that's gorgeous. Tuck position was fabulous. Landing was so aligned. An incredible height. Wow. Huge power. As a result, big upwards movement as he landed. That very distinctive way of setting for his twist, quite a wide position with the arms as they come into contact with the mat. Oh, what a lovely hold at the end. That could make the difference. We don't have anyone who's picked up a 1/10 bonus for holding that final tumbling pass. Goodness me. There is some big gymnastics for the judges to assess. Absolutely fabulous the way he comes out of that front double tuck. Jarred as he landed there. There will be a 10th to be deducted. The double twisting double tuck just stuck at the end. He's not in the mood for a chat because he's done all the talking out on the floor. He really did make a great case for himself. 13.666 in qualification. We just heard there that an inquiry has been submitted. Turned 26 at the start of the year, Minami Kazuki, from the southwest of Honshu, Japan's largest island, very much on the coast, close to lovely Kyushu Island. Now the inquiry is going to have to be dealt with first, so he'll have a little bit of a wait, the gymnast from Japan. It is Eldrew Yulo who has challenged the difficulty score. I did mention that he was 2/10 down. Oh, well, there we go. The score is in for Minami Kazuki, and it's 14.1, so he has just missed out. The difficulty higher than anyone else, but the execution just a little lower. Actually loses out on the execution tiebreak to Aurel Benovic, who had a lower difficulty score by 4/10, but his execution stronger. Now, just to let you know that there has been a change to the results in the men's floor competition. Minami Kazuki of Japan has been upgraded from 4th to 3rd. And the reason for that is what was originally given as 3 penalty tenths was changed to 2 penalty tenths upon further scrutiny. That means that instead of losing the execution tiebreak to Aral Benovic of Croatia, he's 1/10 higher than him. So poor old Aral Benovic has dropped down into 4th position, having thought that he was on the podium. Minamu Kazuki is now the bronze medalist in waiting. So once more, Minamu Kazuki's score upgraded from 14.1 to 14.2 due to his 3/10 of penalty marks changing to 2/10. Here are the updated classified results in the men's floor competition. Bronze to Minami Kazuki of Japan. His score has been moved up by 1/10 of a mark. The penalties were adjusted from 0.3 down to 0.2. So Aral Benovic drops into 4th position. And Milad Karimi remains in 2nd place. Igor Sharamkov remains in the lead.
Award ceremony for men's floor exercise final. 3rd place and bronze medalist Minami Kazuki, Japan.
The winner of the bronze medal, Minami Kazuki of Japan.
2nd place and silver medalist Karimi Milad, Kazakhstan.
The winner of the silver medal, Milad Karimi of Kazakhstan.
1st place and gold medalist Sharamko Yahor, AIN.
The champion, Igor Sharamkov.
The medals are presented by Steve Butcher, Men Artistic Gymnastics Technical Committee, member of the World Gymnastics. And show your respect for the national anthem of AIN. Congratulations!
Tebrik ederim.
And there they are, the medalists in the men's floor competition at the Baku World Cup.